Hopeless life, take me far. Spread my wings, fly me high. If I was trapped in this cage for too long, for reasons I still don't know why. Hopeless life, take me far. Spread my wings, fly. Hopeless life, take me far. Spread my wings, fly me high. If I was trapped in this cage for too long, reasons I still don't know why. Where would I go if not having a hell to find a soul lingered around the earth? Hopeless life, take me far. Spread my wings, fly me high. If I was trapped in this cage for too long, reasons I still don't know why. Where would I go if not having a hell to find a soul lingered around the earth? But suffer more than one already. Find peace after the curse. Free me from these heavy chains. My mind, my body from the sleep. Beautiful world to save me from myself. These soft wounds cut me deep. All of it wanted to feel alive. It's now more than I can take. Lead me to the consequences of judgment and fate. Free to be me, never to find a haiku. Rigid enough to persistent for the plank of mentality. Wheel legs to earth to have to core. Reminiscent of what you are, but just begun. Child with the water, be hope.
Do you have a hard time?
You would be born, who would be departing, who would be holding on to you. The time stands still as if the with you rather than spit to the time for two just because this wise small never thought you could cry. Wide open without you. You realize that you're hiding, but they're holding you in the time stands still for this with you from the weather to build the time. I love you, but just because. Exposing the lies and everything influences whether you have no sky. You know the truth, loneliness for the friend to share for feelings and the only enemy. It's unusual for me to confess the feelings directly found in myself being crazy enough for the right to live. Fairy tale for the silhouette for the fine enough for the far for the family. Few glimpses of that for the bewildered enough for the enchanted. Scenarios blurred to the senses. A few inches, but still you can find the meaning in the eye. Everything was great, somehow every all pace a second. The parent, the untraveling and unraveling everything away from the primitive like the mission is more than ever. Conscious became true, the last you find those the roads turn to ash and present. Still the sin niggas are never left.
Do you have a hard time playing songs?
This is not your last walk. To the thinking, young and rebelling, they never how they made it final. For the final second for your second love was almost.
The traditional song is called He Has Done Marvelous. It does not have a lot of words. He has done marvelous. He has done marvelous things. Praise the Lord. That's it. Alright? So alto soprano.
Doesn't know where he was.
Soprano takes your part. He has done marvelous. That's right. He has done.
The sea has done. Nobody's ways. It's always.
Wait for the snap. Let's do it again. Wait for the snap. Now I know y'all learned, and that's cute. It don't work in the church. So I need y'all to give me more. I need more. Because when you use it as a woman for your girls, you want them to sing. So let's try to get it right on. Dr. Henry was saying, sing that in your head so you don't lose it. Altos, here's your part. Very simple. You're gonna say, marvelous, 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 marvelous things. Praise the Lord. Marvelous, 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 marvelous things. Praise the Lord. Altos, let me hear you. Marvelous, 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 marvelous things. Praise the Lord. Let's try to get altos and go. Marvelous, 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 marvelous things. Praise the Lord. Good job, altos. All right, so if I was a tenor, here's your part. What took it back around? All right, tenors, here you go. I'm not a tenor, but here you go. He's done marvelous. He's done marvelous. Praise the Lord. I'll do it again. He's done marvelous. He's done marvelous. Praise the Lord. Tenors.
Doesn't know
And go on, tenors.
where it was.
Take it away.
And my girl, she lives alone. Doesn't talk, hides her own buried heart. Beneath the sea, snowbirds sway.
The never-ending list of say-nothings, to compare dinner napkins and baptisms, full cavity report of the clock switching positions, fidgeting with his hands, grinding his teeth at each overtly obvious street sign. An omen sits beneath a falling piano, peeling an apple and cursing meaning. All these moments go bald, fall off the pages, all these breaths exhale eventually. One day the earth will be empty with the fumes of last breaths and final sighs, like sealing a Ziploc bag full of leftover worlds. He used to pick on her about her deflated lung. Love made her short of breath, her tongue dizzy. Your sense of self can elude you from time to time, leaving whom in between to pretend comfortable in fresh wounds on presents covered in wrapping paper and dictionary blood. Cleaning the past from my fingernails like hearing continuity hiccup, which I don't think can have an echo even in a canyon, or maybe the continuity which follows is just the extended echo ringing out infinitely of thousands of minor glitches and sudden agita preceding it. The sun repeats on the moon all night, burping hours eaten earlier, like a 3 o'clock breeze through a midnight window. The goosebumps you wore to sleep last night were made in some serotonin sweatshop. Believe it or not, rocks came off an assembly line the same way nothing can outgrow its world. A lady walks by outside with her mother's 50-year-old goodbye wave tucked under her arm, ready to prove time doesn't exist for the 5th time today. This time to a man with a big handshake and small talk who stops her each morning to check her eyes for leaks. A landlord of the conscious complex, you may say she thinks her anxiety looks terrible in a gown, and he can't bear to see people cry. He called it a waste of water to show so much skin. And where's the critics of irony, the skeptics of air? All pictures go undeveloped, all we need is an assortment of wire jacks while we sit and wait for the last big dial tone. There's never been anyone on the other end. And I can't stop trying not to try the rigor of man, the dedicated and determined descent to the ground, like being exalted to cry. And I can't help but to comment on the meta implications of each split end reaching for the floor, leading from her head. My foreign pen flashing camera bulbs captures prisoners of decorated science, chemistry with color. Sunday 636's fingerprints smeared over a sidewalk. A not me orders cigarettes over a counter. A cloud trades places with a star. Transactions / kisses, semantics in the endless letter alphabet of hope, in the language of mystique gone commodity. In a capitalist epoch, this spells control. Look at me and all my ambiguously dressed words bending over for you, showing tongue like writers, I mean strippers, whatever. Keep your clothes on, I can see more of you this way anyway. I have so many ways to say nothing. I should open a Hallmark store, or fuck it, a poetry workshop. Drag your tools, your heavy pencils, and your wardrobe of vocal cords. I tried on her moans and heavy breaths all night. A piece of my mind slowly gets undressed. My subconscious slides off its undergarments, and we trade dreams and phobias, basements and balconies. Where's all the music that's not been made going, and who's dancing to it? We played the air between us with our bodies, and time danced as space moved in 4 beats to a measurement of empty space. An accordion made of flesh bending its neck moaned something only the air in the room can sing along to. A giant moon is dissected and described over a surgery table with a big microscope in a class who's taught how to look at it properly. And a sideline of poets all draw the same portrait, pointing out the subtle differences in text and shadowing. Some moments get all dressed up for their turn. The man shedding dead memories walks by, leaving a trail of bike parts, school books, and blood like a leaking garbage truck, all evening gowned out and singing like a sad choir coming down the street, like water worth photographing, like waterfalls happen over the overpass by my house only every 4 to 6 minutes average. At 5 in the morning, light spills through my window and I write about the sun and all the other obvious things.
My girl, she lives alone, doesn't talk and hides her own buried heart can grow. Beneath the sea, snowbird sways, gives its arms out to pray. My man, he doesn't know where he was and why goes buried body can know. And my girl, she lives alone, doesn't talk and hides her own buried heart can grow. Beneath the sea, a snowbird sways and gives its arms up to pray. Buried weight can grow. Beneath the seas, we're set in ways that our hands just can't change. Bodies alone, the home.
Found me. Found me. Found me.
Found me. The real life, as they say, or the real people. I never understood them. I still do not understand them.
And a writing journal for all, for the place of farewell to start this journey. Many moons ago, to think about the time for the moving on. And thanking everyone who enjoyed the piece of that, for the individual, for the wonderful words of each of them. Goodbye. I forgive you for hurting me, screaming at me, for tearing me down when I needed you. Most I forgive you for teaching me that the love is equal, not sex, for making me afraid to love myself and not making me feel that I have to lose myself into somebody. Showing me the toxicity for this relationships, never the syllables, and never the feeling, the worthless inside and out, for making me think I have nothing to offer anyone, including myself, and I forgive you for making me cry those nights, for calling yourself, for never actually being one, for taking the childhood away from me so far from too young, and I forgive you. And these thoughts that consume me day and night, for the haunting me, taunting. These stars that have no living on the edge. This is what afraid that I may not know, or may do what I know, could never follow through, for just to want them to stop, come back so I can get my life back on track. In the blue moon flamed heart with this something lullable enough of the movement of your fingertips that navigate the brim of the wine chalice of your sadness. Ash and over ivory peach lips, this unfolds to this yearning. And the remnants, the remnants of the shroud for the drapery for the sultry yet mellow for the surrounding of moon's body. Thieving as stars handcuffed to your fold. Eyes are dissolved for the audition. Murmurs of your poetic heart for lacing. Celestial silhouettes for the night to fall, for the silky enough for the resting of the head, for the falling of the rose gold. Dawning of rosum and this orange, and the forgetting you was like eating. Right after the brushing my teeth, this is the thought. I could cover you up and your citrus of love remain lingering on the breath. And the thoughts of dying could cry anymore, for ever the thought for this dying cripples to no fear. Not because of the physical pain, but I would undoubtedly experience. Knowing my luck because of that thought, for everything would go unfulfilled, for the thought that you find desires and the kind of carry and remain reunited. For this is how we know to live in the world, for the actually how do we live in existence, for the realities of existing, for the even possibilities, for the thought for determining in my stomach. I'm not scared. And the drowning and the pain comes in the waves of the drowning and the shame. Anyone else just find this clever little space just because the world can't see you, because watching the tears run down your face. What's in the name? Sometimes we met someone who we have the same. Naming is like the gaming. We name to become ashamed, for the proclaiming is not true, for to get the fame, for the people your name for the aim, if you live for the brighten yours, not to give us a point of view. For the falling, and the they say falling is such a defeat like the flying until you find the 599 foot, for this is saying is all into the bones crush. It lives between my ears, and sometimes I think that I should talk to someone, but the voices in my head is the loudest. And I'm sorry. When I was young, I could have found the joy in the simplest of the pleasures, feeling nothing to prevent the late day stretching to become a gymnast, and never in the morning to find the trips, listen to the grocery, to food for thought, the verbs at once under the windowsill for the curiosity, and can you get into trouble with a lost mind? Not knowing else to do at this point, for the feeling of pain, for this going through all the joints. This is sometimes feeling the hurt away for the laugh at the cautiousness, or cautious. Lips sealed, silent, but the words are loud enough to shouting riots in my mind. Logic, the reason for the dialing, and the just assume my perspective of the intelligence or intellect for those who find it. At times, seems no response, they'll find the temperament for the can get distinguished without the or. The never indications for the careful examination for the merits. No sense of your vindication for the supplication for the often void, for this is simplified. Oblivious to your purpose of the unknown. Leave many feeding and anxious enough for the little nervousness. Little life debating for the proper form. Whom we even worship for the writing of the essays and the ethical. Topics of morality for declaiming to provide the necessary form of public service for your grasp of this.
Found me.